With the online learning, one of the biggest things that we hear from students and parents is that they can't get a hold of the teachers. Mainly, we hear that from the students telling the parents that they can't get a hold of their teachers, and that should not be anything that should ever be a factor with the student passing these remote classes, because there's so many different ways for a student to communicate with the teacher and for a parent to communicate with the teacher. So with this video, I just want to show you 5 different ways that you could get in touch with the teachers for your students' remote classes. Um, the first place that you'll see information in the classes when your student is in Schoology and they're in each class, and in each class, on the bottom left hand corner down here below the navigation buttons, when you go into the class, on the bottom left hand corner you have the instructor's name, and then the instructor's cell phone number. You have the email address, and then the office hours for that instructor. So there's a lot of duplication when it comes to where the cell phone number is, email addresses, and the office hours are. So the first place you can see those things are right here in the bottom left-hand corner of the class. So when a student logs into the class, when they log into Schoology and they go into the class, in the bottom left-hand corner of the class, you can see the email address, cell phone number, and office hours. That's 3 different ways to get in touch with a teacher. You could always email the teachers. There's also inside of Schoology, because Schoology is a learning management system, there's also a messaging system in Schoology. So your student and you can always click over this icon over here there's an envelope icon. You could click on that envelope icon and you could always type in the teacher's name, and then you can send a message to the teacher that way too. So that's a different way. Within each class, every class is set up the same way, that when you click on materials and you go to start here, all the teachers are going to have a syllabus in there, and then they're going to have a welcome video. In the syllabus, the teacher is going to have their email address and office hours and cell phone number also. So when you go into there, you can click on the syllabus, and you can see in the syllabus, when I open that up, you can see the email address, cell phone number, and the email address, cell phone number, and then the office hours in there in the syllabus. And then the final way, well, there's actually 2 more ways. One of the other 2 ways is through Google Chat. So if your student has the Google Chat downloaded on their computer or on their cell phone, they could always Google Chat their instructor, because they'll have the email address here, and they could always Google Chat that way. And then the final way is the office hours. And in this newsletter, I have the office hours down on the bottom, and you can see the office hours here. You could click on this. This image of the office hours here, and you can see all the office hours for the program for all these different teachers. So you just find the different teacher, and then your student can drop in during their office hour, which they all have at least once a week for an hour, where they could drop in during that hour and get help from their teacher. So there's lots of different ways for your student and for you to communicate with your teacher. So I just wanted to give those different ways. And you could always email me, myself, or call the front desk at 303-326-1100. Thank you very much, and that's all I have.